here's what happened. At Calvary, the blood of Jesus Christ paid for my sin, but the blood of Jesus now has a track record even into the future. It moves into the future of continuing to cover my sin. That's what he's saying here. Listen, the righteous one who went to Calvary and paid for your sin, when you sin, even though that's a future sin, it was still dealt with at Calvary. Apply the blood of the cross to that future sin. It was forgiven at Calvary. And so confess. Now the word confess there means to agree with. You got to say, it literally means, the word confess there means to say the same thing as. What is confession? Confession is when you say the same thing about your sin that God says about your sin. Now many of us don't want to say the same thing about our sin that God says about our sin, because when God calls sin, sin, He's not very kind about it. We like to make up all kinds of fancy words for sin. You know, he's not drunk, he's an alcoholic. Right? He's not a whoremonger, he's an adulterer. Right? We like to dress up sin and give it these nice little fancy names. Right? He's got an addiction problem. When God deals with things, He's often very, very descriptive about it. We don't like to use those words. Those are not nice words. Those are not politically correct words, Pastor. We should use nice words. No, because you need to call your sin exactly what God calls your sin. You need to say the same thing about your sin, about your pride, that God says about your pride. It's not a little white lie. It's not a fib. Right? We love these little dressy words that we use. No, it's sin. And God calls it sin. So when you go to God, say, God, here's the sin. You don't think God already knows? He saw it. He recorded it. Right? He knows it. So just admit it to Him.